So Gerber, so there was a law passed by California that said baby food providers have to disclose heavy metals in their foods. So it went into effect January 1. And so we go to Gerber's website.
All heavy metals.
Yeah, I think the four big. Yeah. And so it's like, okay, so we go to Gerber's website. I can't find heavy metals results anywhere. And then I realized my VPN's on, and I'm coming from a server outside of California. They've IP blocked.
No way.
California only IP origination, and they hide it. And so this is what I'm saying. These companies, like,
these are nefarious.
It's really not good. I mean,
what do you think of Bobby Kennedy, friend of the pod? And what do you think of Bobby Kennedy?
I think he is going to challenge status quo power, and I think that's going to create a lot of conflict and a lot of reconfigurations. I think he'll refrag.
I like the refrag.
There's a lot. Look, there's a lot of really important questions being asked that are not asked in the way that they're being asked now. That's the most important thing. Is the system needs to be challenged, and whatever's left will get hardened, and whatever shouldn't be there will get blasted away. And that's it.
But you got to name and shame.
But you got to ask the hard
thing
questions.
that really pisses me off. You got to name and shame in order for them to do what's right. That's what's so fucked up.
Do you want to do any of the AMAs or?
I mean, I don't know. I felt like this was going in a nice direction. I enjoyed I got to do the conversation I find enjoyable.
Just see if there's any cool AMAs. People ask these questions. Okay. Come on.
I've got a question for Brian in the meantime.
Yeah, I'll look for a good question. Sorry.
Brian, if you were to, without someone having to completely decimate their entire diet and never look at meat again, what would you say are sort of top triaged lifestyle changes most people should look at making based on what it is that you guys have looked at?
Yeah, I mean, the power laws are so clear. Sleep is like by far and away the biggest power law. Then exercise, number 2, diet, number 3. And so it's just being consistent on those 3 things. And then once you get those 3 layers, you can go down other layers. But like what we've tried to do is we tried to say anything which increases my speed of aging is a form of die. So how do you eliminate that? And then we just started with the power laws. I start with 0 all the way down and just,
Top 3 things for sleep?
So the thing you want to do is you want to lower, so the key marker is lowering your resting heart rate before bed. So before you go to bed tonight, look at a wearable or take your pulse. It's your resting heart rate. So tonight, let's just say you're at 55. So your goal of the next week or 2 is to try to get it down to 50. The next month, 45. And as you do that, so the way you drive it down is you have your final meal of the day at least 2 hours before bedtime. So if you go to bed at 10, be done at 8, and then push it back an hour. You're okay, like 30 minutes each day. And as you push it back more every day, your heart rate is going to go down incrementally because your body has more time to digest. So then you also find that food you eat, like if you eat a big pasta or pizza or something, it will jack up the heart rate. So mine right now is 44 beats per minute. So if I eat late in the day, if my last meal of the day is at noon, and I did that after like a few hundred experiments of like what optimizes my resting heart rate. If I have a big meal like at 5 or 6, I'll be up like low 50s, and that will take away about 30 to 40% of my sleep.
So you go to sleep super hungry.
Actually, I'm okay. Yeah, my body's really adapted. So food is really a big one, and then 2 is wind down routine. So you need to calm yourself down. You can't have your phone up. You need to turn it off. Give yourself like 30 to 60 minutes. Decompress from the day.
So leave your kids in the house and go sleep in the garage.
Yeah.
No, warm shower. That could help.
Yeah, and actually, a book in hand has probably the best evidence. Yeah, so it's what Chris was saying, right? It's like you can't do anything. So screen off, book in hand, spend even 10 minutes, and you'll be amazed at how much it'll calm you down.
Yeah, there's some cool stuff around. People thought it was the blue light from screens that were impacting melatonin release and cortisol and stuff as you went to sleep. It seems like it's much more what you're interacting with on the phone, that you're so engaged, that dopamine's firing, you're probably getting riled up about you sending stuff to friends. It's triggering all of these ideas in you, as opposed to if you just sit down and read Red Rising or something by Pierce Brown and you go off to sleep dreaming about being
exactly. And you can measure it by how much your heart rate goes up or down. Yeah. So you now have a quantitative benchmark every single day if you could peg those habits.
Regularity versus duration, what's more important?
Consistency is so important because your body tells time like a clock. Like when I did 8 months of perfect sleep, 100% sleep every night to show I could do high quality sleep.
You tracking on Whoop or you tracking on
8 sleep and Whoop?
Yeah. And they tend to are pretty close?
No.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, like they're all relative comparisons. They're not absolute. So just find one. They're all fine.
Yeah. This has been the big unlock for me. I am now sleeping. I got a 94 last night. I got a 99 2 nights ago. It's my highest score ever. I'm really dialing in the sleep. Yeah. And it's changed everything for me.
It's the biggest life improvement you can do, period. It's the best in performance enhancing drug. It is just better than anything on market. But like, be consistent, because your deep sleep window happens in the first 2 hours of night. And so that's when the garbage trash collector comes through to pick up all the trash in your body. If you miss that window, you miss it. So you miss the garbage trash collection. So that's why pick your bedtime and be consistent. Otherwise, you get junk accumulation.
On the inverse of that, I have a 6-week-old baby, so I have like the least consistent sleep right now. How long can I endure that?
I'll tell you two things that also worked for me, because I sometimes sleep with my bulldog, and that was killing it. But I got these nice headphones, and I'll listen to some really high fidelity sleep music, and I use an eye mask, and both of those added a couple of points. And that was really a good unlock for me. How are you sleeping, Chris?
Yeah, pretty good.
Yeah?
Pretty good, thank you. Yeah, audiobook as I go to sleep, turn that off. And I mean, you've probably got a problem with the ionizing radiation, non-ionizing radiation. You bothered about Bluetooth headphones, Brian? Oh, that's good. That's the first thing I've proposed to you that I'm still allowed to do in my life. Everything else is, they're like the fun police that comes in and tells me everything's, the die police, I guess.
Yeah, I'm actually the happy police, right? Like, the shit I say, it makes you happy. People, they have this misconception that like staying up late and missing bedtime and drinking is happy. It's not. It is sad. It makes you depressed. Like, and we have to be honest. Like, we think it's happy. It's not.
Well, listen, thank you to all of our guests. And, you're very busy. I really appreciate you coming here. I know that you've been busy, and congratulations on the big win for Nosferatu. That was great. That's an Oscars reference. Thank you to the people who got it. But seriously, are you worried? Because, I mean, yeah, are you sure what you're doing, like, this extreme is a good idea? I'm a little concerned. You might be turning into a vampire. I don't know. You are doing the blood transfusion?
Yeah, I did it because my dad was experiencing cognitive decline, and he called me in a panic, and he said, "I will do anything to save my consciousness," and so I did it for him. So the headlines was all about my son and me, but
Well, you did a transfusion with your dad.
yeah, that was the whole
After
reason.
doing it with your son.
Yeah, so
Three generational.
So my dad called me. He's like, "Okay, I'm experiencing cognitive." So he was writing something for work. He walked away and he came back, and it was a jumbled mess. And he's like, "I am experiencing cognitive decline, and I can't see it." He said, when I thought I would start like forgetting names or like missing keys, but like right there in front of me, I didn't see the jumbled mess. So he called me. He's like, "I'm panicking."